I'm Sharon Wiginton with Eatin, Lovin, and we're here today in Dr. Robbins' clinic in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where he's graciously agreed to do a teaching for us on health and nutrition. Thank you, Dr. Robbins. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Dr. Robbins has made a career-long study in nutrition as it relates to health, and he holds both a chiropractic and a naturopathic degree, and he offers his patients alternatives to their health problems with natural treatments and nutrition. He's the director of Living Health Concepts, and he's the founder and president of the College of Natural Health. He has operated a successful health and nutrition, health and wellness practice in Tulsa since 1978. He is a sought-after speaker, and he's authored several works on health and nutrition. Patients worldwide with all types of health problems and diseases consult Dr. Robbins because of his expertise in non-traditional modes of treatment. I, in fact, am one of his patients. Over 5 years ago, one of my good friends directed me to Dr. Robbins when I was diagnosed with third-stage breast cancer. She knew I did not want to do the traditional medical treatment and urged me to see Dr. Robbins for his advice and care. And I am very grateful for that friend and her advice and her encouragement over the years. And I'm grateful for the care that Dr. Robbins gave me and in teaching me the importance of nutrition and health. And I'm grateful for his ongoing teaching. And illnesses come up and healing crises come up, the way he teaches me what is really going on in my body. Most of all, I'm really grateful to God for allowing us to live our life in health. And he really has given us the gift of health. And one of my favorite statements that Dr. Robbins makes when he teaches is, and Johnny told me I was stealing your thunder here, but I'm going to steal this statement.
That's fine.
Health is a gift. Disease is something we earn. So Dr. Robbins, at that I'm going to turn it over to you and just ask you to just share with us your earliest experience when you saw how the difference nutrition makes in a person's health.
Well, my initial experience was when I was in high school, and my dad kind of got into health foods, and I had a terrible case of acne. And I came home from school one day, and he said, I was in a health food store today, and I asked the lady there if she had any ideas on acne. And she said, tell your son to cut out the Cokes and the fried foods and sugar. And I can remember thinking, what in the world does food have to do with health? But I was just so desperate to clear up the acne, I did it. And it cleared up the acne. And of course, my dad was feeding us healthier things anyway, but those are three big items that were hindering the body from completing the healing job. I tell that story because so many times when I'm talking to a patient, and a new patient, someone who's new to all this, and tell them they need to make some dietary changes, and I can see the deer look in the headlight look, they call it. And I have to go back to that time when I was 17 years old and remember, okay, this is a new concept, and just kind of go through it with them. So that was actually the beginning of that. Secondly, my dad himself had some serious health problems when I was in high school, and that's how he came into health. So just seeing him change from just a very gentle, kind person to someone we didn't know who he was, and then when he got his diet straightened around, his health back, we had Dad back. So that made quite an impression on me. When I got into college and into chiropractic school, I kind of forgot about all that. And then after being in practice as a chiropractor for about 18 months, I just said, there's more to health. I went into healthcare to help people with health, not just, nothing wrong with chiropractic, nothing wrong with making backs feel better, but I wanted to treat the whole being. So I studied further, acquired a naturopathic degree, and began applying nutrition to the practice. And that made all the difference. I was actually going to go to seminary. I was pretty bored, so but I got back into practice, and we see miracles every day. And once you understand that the body was designed to run itself in health and stay that way, if we treat it properly, then it's really not a miracle. All we're doing is aligning ourselves with the principles that God laid down, how this body should work. But they're a miracle from the viewpoint of what traditional medicine, what we commonly see in that world. And yeah, it's just a matter of letting the body do what it's designed to do.
What kind of training and experience do you have in nutrition? Like when you first were a chiropractor, you didn't have much training in nutrition.
Now, as a chiropractor, it's basically the same. You do take a nutrition course. It's the same one they take in medical school. It's a 3-hour course, and just the basics of vitamin B deficiency causes beriberi, and vitamin C it causes scurvy deficiency. So that's about it. But there's no emphasis on diet, lifestyle change, none of that. So, and even naturopathy, as it's taught, is really doesn't address what I feel is the true essence of health. And this goes for a lot of people, not just naturopaths as a whole, but a lot of people who choose natural health, and I applaud them for that as patients, as consumers. But both a lot of natural health practitioners and consumers or patients move into that realm with what I call the medical mentality. Now, by the way, before I go on, I'm not opposed to traditional medicine when it comes to crisis care, life-threatening. We've got the best system in the world here in the United States, so not bad-mouthing that aspect of medical care. But the medical mentality, as I call it, means that, Doc, I've got this symptom. You make me feel better without telling me I've got to look at what caused it, or don't tell me I have to change my lifestyle. Don't tell me it's my fault, and I'll pay you money. If you don't make me feel better, then I'm going somewhere else. Or if you tell me it's my fault, I'm going somewhere else. So my whole philosophy is different in that, yes, we're doing natural things, but I'm first trying to find out what you've been doing wrong that caused this. I don't always figure it out initially, but our body was designed to be healthy, as you said, and if it's sick, it's not by chance. It's because we've been doing something wrong, whether it be out of ignorance, out of indifference, it's going to break down. So what most people want is they want to do things natural, but they say, tell me which herb to take, just put the acupuncture needles in me, I want the colonic therapy, you're rubbing my feet, do you take even vitamin pills. But if we don't talk about why you got in this mess, those things are temporary relief at best.
Kind of like Band-Aids.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
When did you first realize, when you started applying nutrition in your practice, when did you first, a light come on, when you could see that sick people, diseased people, and even overweight people were actually starving for nutrition? Well,
just almost right away. It's amazing because the average American is severely nutritionally deficient. As a saying goes, we're the most overfed, undernourished nation in the world. And so when you hand the body just a few changes, here, eat a salad before you eat whatever else you're going to eat. Once you snack on fruit, let's cut out the animal protein instead of 3 times a day. Let's just cut down to twice a day. Just little changes like that, and people begin to see improvement in their health. And of course, they're encouraged and will teach me more. And so you can't. Most people cannot grasp the full concept all at once. It's a foreign language. We're used to a certain way of eating and living in this country. So in the beginning, I used to try to beat them over the head with the whole gospel, so to speak, and they were running down, running away. So I realized that let's just make small changes, and the body will appreciate that and start moving in the right direction, and as they see improvements. But usually within 2 weeks of making changes, not the person to be well, but to see improvements that'll keep them encouraged and keep them wanting to keep learning and doing.
It's pretty quickly then.
Usually it is, yeah. Something that's real chronic, like someone who's got arthritis they've had for years, they're not going to see much change in that right away. But usually they'll say, hey, but I had more energy, or my allergies are not as bad. You didn't tell me about your allergies. Yeah, I forgot to tell you about that, but they're starting to clear up, or the headaches, not having as many headaches. And it's easy to see within a couple of weeks to a month, yeah.